Greetings, petrolheads! Welcome back to Automation, the car company tycoon game. Today, with the second entry on the cancelled community challenge, and that is the PKW J series RSB V8 all-wheel drive. That is the one that Cynical N sent in, and this is the one that he said I should review and take as an entry. Now, this is a 2001 year car, and it's more of a mid-size sedan. It's not like a 5 series or like, wait, how long is it? 445, so that's more like 3 series kind of size. Has an AHS steel monocoque, has dual wishbone front suspension, multi-link rear suspension, partial alloy panels, and longitudinal engine mounting. Looks wise, I think it looks too modern. In my opinion, especially the thin like chrome into, or actually no, that's an indicator. The very thin like white into orange indicator in the bumper is more modern than 2001, I think. And also, especially when we get to the rear end. Oh, by the way, I guess this car will have doors that open by just pressing a button on your key. And especially the rear end, I think that these sort of taillights are too modern as well. Yeah, this is a sort of look that only really came up in like 2009, 2010, something like that. And this is 2001, so it doesn't look bad by any means, but maybe a little bit ahead of its time. But that's not always a bad thing. So it is all-wheel drive, and it has a 5.1 liter twin turbo V8 under the bonnet, with a cast iron crank, which is kind of an interesting choice, but apparently it doesn't. It just takes all the RPMs and the torque just fine. But we have a plus 15 quality bottom end. We also have low friction cast pistons, so that's how this thing gets such a good economy rating of over 30%. We have a very low cam profile. We have 9.1:1 compression. We have VVT on all cams. What head setup is this? Oh, 4 valve per cylinder and VDL. Direct injection in 2001 is very futuristic, especially when you consider that it's also plus 7 quality in here. So he really made an effort to create a very, very potent engine here. Also running on 98 octane fuel. Dual exhausts, no second muffler, and a straight through first muffler. So this engine is going to be very complicated to make. 486 production units. So keep that in mind, and keep that in mind. You're going to have to create a very big engine factory if you want to produce as many engines as you need relative to the cars you can produce in your factory. This is a manual 6-speed gearbox with a viscous limited slip diff. Power distribution is 40% up front, 60% rear, plus 3 in quality. We got 245 tires all around, 17-inch alloy rims on sports tires, plus 5 quality as well. Then we get 4 piston vented discs up front, 2 piston vented discs on the rear. We got a fully clad undertrain, no wing angles, and this car does have a front lip but no rear lip. The cooling airflow is just enough. +5 quality in aerodynamics. 4 seats with premium interior, standard CD entertainment, so it falls short a little bit there as far as equipment goes, relative to some other entries we've had, or the one other entry we've had, and the reference cars. And then we have advanced safety. Active sport springs, semi-active dampers, passive sway bars. So again, expensive choice here with the active sport springs. 3.2 roll angle is actually quite a lot still for this sort of suspension setup and very stiff springs and dampers, but the sway bars aren't very stiff. Overall 48.6 drivability, 55.1 sportiness, 33.6 comfort, 39.6 prestige, 60.1 safety. So this is the safest car yet. Also, economy is absolutely incredible for an 1800 kilogram 500 plus horsepower sedan. Like this thing uses next to no fuel at all for a car of this performance. Let's see what this thing does. 3.7 seconds 0 to 100, which is extremely quick. 327 kilometers an hour top speed. I mean, those are sort of like Hellcat numbers, but that's in 2001. Let's see how fast it does the quarter mile. .2 seconds. That's what I call quick. How well does it go around corners? To 14.34. Wasn't the bigger reference car that I built somewhere around there as well? Because if so, wait, let's check that. So where do we have it? That's this one. Let's refresh that. So, and let's see. That's a 215.6, okay. 1.3 seconds. However, do keep in mind that from 0 to 100, this already loses 1.2 of the 1.3 seconds that it lost over the course of the whole lap. So that tells me that while the other car may put down its power better, I think that that this car, the FSSC L, corners, or pretty much has to corner a lot better, because otherwise it wouldn't be able to keep sort of toe-to-toe with this car after the initial acceleration, that is. So this does very well in a couple of different areas. Sport, light sport premium. Wait, light sport premium? This is not light. This is 1800 kilograms. That's not what I would call a light sport premium car. Muscle premium, even though it's not rear drive. The kind of description here is maybe a little bit off. GT, I can totally see this car in a GT class. Family Sport Premium, it does very well here as well. 143.6. And that's despite the fact that it is the most expensive car we've seen so far. Right. So this is basically, you know, because all of these numbers, or well, pretty much all except for comfort, are large. Therefore, this number is also large. The competitiveness in the family sport premium category. The only thing I really have to criticize on this car is it not a little bit too much for 2001? Like 3.7 seconds 0 to 100. The only car I can really think, the only couple of cars that I can really think of that would accelerate this quickly and came out before 2001 would be along the lines of, you know, Ferrari F40, McLaren F1, perhaps the what's it called? The Jaguar XJ220, the, you know, supercars, hypercars even. Apart from that, you know, let alone in the M3 and M5 sort of cars, those weren't even close to this sort of performance in 2001. But not even like a proper sports car like a Ferrari 360 or 355, whichever was on sale in 2001. I think it was the 360. That would just get absolutely annihilated in a straight line, at least, by this car. Yeah, so is it a little bit too much? And then again, on the other hand, the economy is so low that I don't know. I'm just kind of torn. It just doesn't seem. It's a great car, but it just doesn't seem like it fits the 2001 era. If this was in 2010, I would totally give this my seal of approval. But 2001, it's maybe a little bit too much, isn't it? What do you guys think? I hope you enjoyed this episode of Automation. Leave a like or a comment if you did. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.